All right, gonna try and show what brisket probing feels like when it's done to me. As the air conditioning kicks on and it's all kinds of noise. So this brisket was 208, 209-ish when it was done. I think there was a 9er in there. Checked it at 204, technically I think 205, and it was not done. I gave it 30 more minutes. And I just want to show kind of the smoothness of it going in, as there's not a lot of visual demonstrations. The point when it's done, it kind of falls in with almost no effort. The probe, with just gravity and science happening, just falls directly in. But the other big indicator for me when it's done is, sorry, bad camera work, is the cracking that you can see with the meat striations. So for me, it just the probe in butter, hot knife through butter, just didn't work, because if you actually probe anything into butter, it does not feel like that. There are strands of meat that go into a brisket. They don't have that in a stick of butter. And there's a little bit of, I don't know if I call it brisket hugging that happens, but this one is pretty much perfectly done for me. The sides, it goes in a little easier where it's a little more thin, but just trying to show, and I'm not putting a ton of pressure on this, but there is this little bit of pull, again, brisket hugging that happens, but this cracking is something that I never looked for when I first started cooking. And I think when I would take the briskets off, there would be zero cracking, and then the slices would be quite tough, and there wouldn't be kind of that accordion out when you make the slices and you do the brisket bend test, whatnot. So in terms of doneness, though, this one is spot on, and I'm literally going to let it vent just for the time being of what I have here, so it's still fairly warm, and then I'm going to shove it into a cooler for probably 2 or 3 hours before we eat. But just trying to give a different angle on brisket doneness in terms of actually showing the feel all around. This could be completely useless, and most people are probably like, yes, Jason, this, I wish I could get back the, whatever, 2 minutes and 50 seconds that I've already watched this. I mean, how much longer could you possibly go at it? I don't know. All right, the end.